And welcome back to the Dark Souls playthrough. We have just killed the Tauros demon and got our asses past the Hellkite demon to the Undead Parish bonfire. Our goal now is to go back to kill Havel and the Black Knight and maybe even tackle the Hydra if we can. But I know I want to go down there at least to the Hydra so that I can get the set of Knight armor that I can combine with the Havel ring, and then I'll be in good shape, because where we left off last, we had just leveled ourselves up enough to wield the two-handed sword here, and we're ready to go kick some serious ass now. So the first thing we got to do is cross the bridge backwards, but we have to be aware that the dragon could come at any time. The Zweihander has a pretty sweet set of moves. The R1, I mean, it's slow overall, but its R1 is a slow sweep attack like that. The R2 is the big overhand thrust that pushes people to the ground when you hit them, and that's just fucking hilarious, because you could pretty much keep most enemies chained on the ground by spamming R2 once you make contact with them. And then you saw the backstab move there, which was pretty funny as well. It's been a little while since I've played with this thing, so it's taken me a little bit of time to get used to the distance, you know, how far I have to swing. Okay, so it looks like we've cleared this area. We're backtracking, and we're going to run backwards past the Tauros demon where we were before. Now, I know I'm going to be going up against Havel and some tougher enemies now, so I'm going to put all of my armor back on. I know I'm going to lose my 25% to 49%. But that's going to be acceptable right now. You can already see I'm moving a little bit slower, and then my rolls, or rather the time it takes me to recover from a roll, is going to be a bit slower as well. But it's going to be worth it, so that we can take a little bit more punishment from Havel and the Black Knight. Now, my character is already starting to look like kind of a cool paladin, even though I'm in robes and those aren't that cool of armor. You know, with the big sword and the shield and the helmet and everything, we're starting to get the look. What I end up with looks nothing like this. I look totally badass almost entirely throughout this whole game, about halfway through, but that didn't make any sense. About halfway through to the end of the game, I start to look like a total badass. That shit's funny. The R2 move and just slams them on the ground. Every time I do it, I laugh. So down here to the left is the Black Knight, and he has a chance to drop some decent gear. But he's guarding a ring that basically, when you go below 20% health, it greatly increases your defense. So I just put the gold pine resin on the sword to make myself do lightning damage. And I'm trying to get the timing right to hit this guy because he hits so hard and I have no armor. That was really a pathetic attempt. God, I have trouble with this asshole. So that did a bit of damage, but we're still not hitting that hard. You know, this weapon doesn't really get good until it's upgraded a bit. At plus 5, it's pretty decent. At plus 15, it does serious fucking damage. It scales on strength, though that's not going to be the stat that we're going to build. We're not going to be building this as a stat scaling weapon, so it's not going to do the most amount of damage that it potentially could, I suppose. This dude's just kicking my ass. Ooh, and there... Oh, he dropped a Black Knight shield, so I think we're going to use that. I believe that this is a heavy shield or a great shield. It's got good stability at 62. It may not be, but regardless, it's got better stability and you know, a lot better defenses than the other shield that we had. I don't know why I didn't just equip it. Maybe I don't have the strength yet. Regardless, we're going to go after this other ring, and then we're going to head towards Havel. See, if you remember in my Sorcerer playthrough, we went after him and he kicked my ass twice and I just said, fuck it. I didn't need the ring because we were wearing cloth armor anyway, but being that we're low level here and the goal of this character is to show off a lot of the heavy armor, you know, it's pretty much a necessity to get this ring from the start if you want, you know, a good armor advantage. You don't have to do it, but I want to do it. I like to challenge myself with these types of things. Early game. Like I said, I'm doing some unconventional things this build. More so to entertain me than you, but I think that you'll like it anyway. So he should be right around this next corner. So the goal to killing this guy is to just run at him and just try to strafe behind him and get backstabs. It's kind of tough with this slow swinging sword though. If you miss, it leaves you really exposed. Oh, dead like a bitch. The powers of editing let my rage go away a bit. Try it again. We got the gold pine resin on our sword here. See, I'm not getting far enough behind him to get the backstabs. There, I got one off. Yeah, it's not going well. He ain't easy. So this time I've switched to the Astora Straight Sword in hopes that that's gonna be a little bit better. I know it's not gonna hit as hard, but it's quicker, so it's not gonna leave me as exposed if I miss the backstab. We'll see how it works out. So 70 damage from a backstab. It's not as good as the two-hander, but it's good enough. What you doing there, big feller? Just looking at me in my eyes? Oh, that's nice of you. Whoops! Whoops! Okay, let's check out this gear again. How much better is this shield? So it's got a lot of fire, lightning, stability. We're gonna use it. I got the requirements to use this shield, so the stability is probably gonna give me it'll let me take the hits from him a little bit better. To say he certainly does not look as cool with the short sword that, as he does with the big fucking two-hander. Wait, let's get this asshole. There you see I was able to take that hit a little bit better, and I believe that has to do with my shield. I love the sound of the sound effect of the backstab. So I'm starting to get my groove here, it seems. Hopefully. Come on now, quit fucking around. Get out of here. I ain't your bitch. You're my bitch. Ha! It's all about getting into a rhythm. For those who haven't played the game, again, backstabbing is just all about position. You've got to be right behind them and like right on top of them. You can't even be a step back or it won't work. And then you just press your normal attack button without holding your shield up. If your shield's up, it won't work. So it's kind of like a risk-reward type of situation. There's also a ring you can get that, I don't know if it doubles your backstab damage, but it does at least 1.5 times the damage. And you get that right at Sif. It's right behind Sif the Great Wolf. When he backs up to the wall, that's when I typically back up. I want to try to fight in the middle of the room so that there's room to kite around him. If he's backed up against the wall, you're not going to get your backstab off, and it's likely he's going to get you with one of his massive swings. That's just odd, because I wasn't even close to being on the back of him, and it still let me get the backstab off. So at this point, my heart's fucking racing. There we go, got him. So now we're going to be able to put this ring on and actually, you know, wear some decent gear. So what we'll do, since we have the master key, we can unlock this door here. And we can actually go after the set of armor that's sitting in front of the Hydra. Yeah, now we can get some heavier shit on. I was checking the magic resist of my shield there because this Hydra, when you're far away from it, shoots like a magic attack that deals a ton of damage. It can be blocked if you have a good magic resist shield, though. I know I'm not going to be strong enough to take out these golems, so I'm just going to try and run past them and avoid these magic attacks, which is a lot easier said than done. So there's the knight armor set right in front of me. I just got 400 souls because the Hydra, whoa, because his magic killed one of those golems. Man, this is fucking close. Like, I just got to get up there and grab it. Okay, so I got it. I'm gonna see if, you know, while I'm here, maybe I can take this thing out. Oh, owned by Hydra. Doesn't look like I'm doing very much damage, which seems weird because I have, you know, a decent weapon, but I haven't even cut off any of the heads yet. So fuck it, I'm just gonna get the hell out of here. So, I'd like to keep going on this video, but I know that the next one is a lot longer. It looks like it's going to be about a half hour where I go after the gargoyles and Knight Lautek and get his ring, and by that point I'm going to be pretty beefed up. Regardless, we took out Havel in this video and we got the armor. Let's take a break here and put it on and at least see what I'm going to look like before the video ends. I know I'm not going to be under the 25% endurance mark, which is fine. I'm pretty much never going to be under that the rest of the game. And it looks like, oh man, I'm over the 50% endurance mark, so I can't wear the full set. But regardless, oh man, I'm still over 50. I'm gonna have to put something else on them. There we go. Okay. So there we go. We're ready to continue. Tomorrow, Gargoyles, Knight Lautek. See ya.